Chip, if you can, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Jill.
Oh, you know, this is an experiment, margaritas and marketing. It's an experiment I started 4 years ago. It was actually 5 years ago I stopped practicing real estate and stopped representing buyers and sellers. And then this marketing thing sort of happened. And at the time, when I decided to dive deep into marketing, it wasn't to do this. It wasn't to speak, it wasn't to train, it wasn't to be I'm not a coach, I'm not a guru. Now that's what I've done ever since the very beginning. And it's an experiment because margaritas and marketing was just a way that I could communicate this. Because I thought, when I learned what I learned, I thought it was awesome. And before I learned what I learned, marketing to me was tough. I didn't feel like I was creative. I had roadblocks everywhere. Remember, this is 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, we were coming out of the financial crisis and the foreclosure crisis, and we started seeing the market change. And I was a short sale agent during those years. And when I started to follow, I always, from the very beginning of short sales, I followed the market across the country. And as I started to see the foreclosures start to taper off, and this tend to start to taper off, we saw it happen first in Southern California, and then we saw it happen in Phoenix. And when that happened, we had 6 months of consistent trends going downward on foreclosures. I knew we had to figure out what was going to be the next thing, because I didn't want to be stuck with being a short sale agent when short sales was not going to be a means for doing any kind of meaningful production. And so I decided that this social media thing and this online thing was something. And I decided that only because I started seeing my buyers not find properties. They were finding properties on their own, but not the ones that I sent them. They were using websites like Zillow and Trulia and Redfin. And I didn't understand it at first. In the very beginning, it made me a little angry that they weren't using my MLS listings. But then I started to understand that there was a shift taking place. And when that shift started taking place, I knew that I had to shift with it, or I was going to be stuck. And so I started